Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the last game of the evening here on TCS eSports. Of course, it's second week of league play. This is game 4. We have had all sweeps up to this point, Jay, and now it's looking like we might get another one with Lausanne going up against the Whiffmasters.
Yeah, unfortunately, another bit of a match we were like, yeah, this looks like it's going to be pretty one-sided. No offense to the Whiffmasters, but Lausanne are just like arguably the best team in this whole thing. I really am struggling to find a way for them out of this one. I just can't seem to think of a way. I can't seem to think of a scenario where they'll actually be able to do this. I think Lausanne are going to be able to take this, and Whiffmasters.
Do you want to restart that point? It's fine.
I think I made the point anyway. There's there's no chance.
Yeah, it's really harsh. Whiffmasters last week dropped to Servette, which is a weaker side, remember? And so Lausanne coming in as an even stronger team. It's hard for Whiffmasters. Remember, Whiffmasters took that 8th spot of qualifiers. They are one of the weaker teams. We're not going to beat around the bush for it. Lausanne, did get one of those late spots as well. They took week 6, I do believe. But we've got to remember, they have actually changed up their roster. They only played in 2 of the tournaments, 2 of the qualifiers before that week 6. And they had a different roster. So it's a big swap up this time around. So them coming on in, Lausanne as the top dogs of the lead, essentially, they picked up Hello. And Hello is a fantastic French player. He's been around the scene for ages, playing alongside Classic, who is a nuts classic to the Rocket League scene as well. And then throw on top Kiva, who is this sort of emerging talent. Arkan stepped aside for this role. He's now become sort of the sub-manager. And it's because he knows this team has the potential to win the entire league, win the playoffs in December. And he's quite happy. He's doing it for the greater good, essentially, here, Jay.
Yeah, he's been around the block a little bit. He's done a little bit of subbing for like NB and Fnatic. So, they've got a lot of pedigree in this roster. Obviously, him joining the ranks as well, I think it's going to be a very, very interesting time to see how well Lausanne will be able to do. Especially since I believe that they're also in the RLRS play-in, if I recall correctly.
And what's happening tomorrow night, which Lausanne are going to be showing us their caliber for that evening.
Yes, of course. that's tournament. But no, there's a lot to see. There's a lot to see to see their performance as a whole. But the RLRS one I think is probably the most important one for obvious reasons. But there's a lot for this team to prove, and I think that they might be able to prove quite a lot of it.
Yeah, they've got so much to prove, purely because Lausanne are sort of emerging from the Swiss scene into the rest of Europe. So we expect this Lausanne side to near enough dominate this league because they have got so much talent. So it's near enough seeing how these other teams compare up to Lausanne. And as well, you look at other scenes within the world. Let's just take the OCE team with Chiefs. When Chiefs just near enough broke the mold and got better, the other teams grew to meet up to Chiefs' expectations. So Lausanne doing this well on a national scale as well as an international scale is only going to improve the rest of these teams in the league. So Switzerland, you've got a lot to be excited for here.
Yeah, and I mean, Switzerland in general as a region, I said it before, I think there's a lot of potential for this country to produce some really, really interesting Rocket League talents. We've already got some very high up players in high up parts of the scene. We've got a bustling little national scene here that is going to prove to be a very interesting time about the TCS eSports League. Let's see whether this will be an interesting match here. The Whiffmasters take on the Lausanne side. Best of 5 rules as standard. We've got in the blue corner the Whiffmasters, in the orange corner Lausanne. An early starts from Lausanne, almost get the opening goal in. Classic to pass towards Kiva. Oh, good shot missed. They should move as far. So early teething period of the matchup, but I imagine this won't last very long as the fakes, the demos, and Wizzy just rotating in just in time to get the defense together. Still Hello will apply pressure, and that is why they picked him up. That is why Lausanne are in the lead.
Relentless pressure here alongside demos. This is so hard to defend against Jay, near impossible. Lausanne, this is their style, is just to eat up their opponents. It's almost like a mouse versus lion situation. This mouse, though, needs to find a crafty little trick to outdo their opponents, and that's a good one.
Very good one off that kickoff, Wizzy. And Hello almost set this up. The clear was pretty awkward. Timo read it well. And there we go. I mean, Whiffmasters, if there's one way you want to get back into the matchup, this is the way you do it. 1-1, very early on. The first minute has not even ticked by. And now Lausanne trying to take control. Also the Whiffmasters Mac in a very good position. Trying to see if we can get the flip reset. A little bit awkward to get a flip reset, but still dribbled it right in towards that net and just about save the last line of defense. Timo with a good shot and Wizzy in the midfield to try and take control as well with the ball in this corner here. To the mid position where Kiva will pass the classic, good redirect. Oh, that shot is beautiful, just off the crossbar. Matt gets the defense. That's incredibly clutch, keeping things even at 1-1.
That's it. Whiffmasters here just need to keep their cool and, like I said, pull off some sort of crafty trick. Demos, good there from Timo, nearly there from Wizzy as he followed through. Lausanne are going to be playing a very standard game. That means it should also be quite predictable. Oh, speed, just not enough to get back in time.
That's a rip. That's a big old rip. Hello with a challenge on Timo. Yeah, it was such a nice position, a nice shot that would have gone in either way. Not really much that you could have done about it. It really is a shame because that was such a beautiful shot from Hello and there's nothing Whiffmasters could do.
Yeah, not in that situation, but like I said, Whiffmasters, their big focus has got to be on attack, dismantling the defense of Lausanne. It's going to be such a hefty task, and you can see already that they're throwing players forward, nearly there. I'm actually super excited. This may not be as one-sided as we thought, John.
Maybe not. I mean, Whiffmasters certainly keeping pace right here, putting some very, very good shots on target. Now one setting up by Wizzy right here. And even off the backboard, Mako going to be able to follow through, goes off the post instead. Sit back around the ball in the control of Mako. Hello. Intercept it alongside Kiva, also towards this corner position. Ball dropped. Wizzy in Classic. Both players trying to see if they can take control. Classic does feed it back away in Timo. Yeah, the 50-50 challenge keeps us in the control of the blue side of the pitch. Whiffmasters can't quite gain it. Ooh, that's a crucial miss though. Kiva's set up appropriately. Timo's out here, bumped out of position. And Hello gets the goal. Hat trick for him. And the pick up for Lausanne. That's 3 at half-time.
Hello is always the super aggressive force here to put the ball away. Timo did so well to get that save on. The problem is he needed a second man to follow through, Jay. Lausanne are just doing what Lausanne do best, and that is score goals. We know, just looking at the stats from last week, they are well above any other team in the league. I'm just going to say it. They are averaging, as a team, over 1,000 points per game. You got to think this is privates as well. If this was an online match, that's the whole team together getting over 2,000 points. That is absolutely ridiculous.
Insane stuff coming through here as Lausanne do Lausanne things, as you say. Almost putting another shot on target right there towards the box. It's cleared back. And Classic and Hello. Hello going in for a shot. It goes off the crossbar. Double commitment will just about keep it away. But still, they're going to keep ramping up the pressure going off this backboard. Classic with ball control goes off the wall. To the mid play, the pass to Hello. Great passing play. Lausanne unable to get the goal because Timo is here. Now Mako Classic, good off the crossbar when it bounces instead. Goes away. We remain at 3-1 up. Lausanne can't quite score that fourth. That pretty much would put the final nail in on game one.
The ridiculous thing here is Lausanne are hitting the ball so hard that it's not even, if it's not safe, it bounces off and goes so far away that a second Lausanne player from the midfield is able to get onto it. That is so hard to defend against, Jay, because it means they've got to go up and intercept a ball, knowing there's going to be a rebound off the wall and get it downfield. This is a hard match here for Whiffmasters.
Oh, wow. What a redirect to prove the point as well. Just watch this again. Just Hello off the backboard. Timo expecting a good defense, but he chips it up high. Nothing he could have done considering his momentum was already going to the right-hand side. So 4-1, Lausanne dismantling the Whiffmasters side. And although Whiffmasters were starting to pick things up, although they were putting some good shots on net that almost were going into the back of the net, unfortunately it seems like they've all just fallen apart. Although I say that, and Mako is going to find a gap in defense, stem the needle, and put the second on the board just before that 1 minute hits the clock.
That is it. Whiffmasters have to get creative here. They've got to just pull off loads of different strategies. We're talking passing plays, solo plays, quick little pop shots like that. That's how they're going to beat Lausanne here, and it is just literally going to be keeping Lausanne so on their toes that they're going to get burnt out, Jay. Whiffmasters have got to expect to take this game the whole way to the 5 if they want to win against Lausanne eSports.
Whizzing has some control here towards the side of the box. 45 seconds left on the clock. And Lausanne, if they feed this one back, oh, that redirection, that shot is beautiful, and Classic will score the 5th right here. First on his board. Yeah, this is not looking good right now for the Whiffmasters. And again, it just seems like such wasted opportunities because the potential was there, as we were saying. Shot opportunities set up, but now Lausanne is finding so many more.
Well, we can still look at Whiffmasters here and see they do have the inklings of hope. It's not all over. Lausanne can be dismantled, and it's going to be Whiffmasters need to pull out more of those demos, Jay, to just break up all rotations that Lausanne can have near enough, get that little gap for them to move downfield. But that does, in a lot of sense, break up Whiffmasters as well, because it means they've got to throw a player out of rotation to go get those demos. This is, as I said it once again, a super hard game for Whiffmasters.
10 seconds left. Whiffmasters, unfortunately, will be dropping game 1 right here. Hopefully, they can look towards game 2 and try and figure things out, because right now, Lausanne looking like they're playing on another level here in the TCS eSports League. They're going to take game 1 at 5-2 on the board here, Bacon. And, I mean, we were contemplating the idea that the sweeps are up, but I think there's still a chance for Whiffmasters to at least take 1 game. You know, again, we're seeing the potential, we're seeing the gameplay, we're seeing what they've got to go with. It's all just a case of finding that one single mistake or one single exploit that they can use against Lausanne to score those goals.
So what you can see, just let's have a little look at stats, chat. Let's look at this together and we'll explain it through. Hello there is such an aggressive force. This is how they keep up the pressure, the momentum, is by having Hello downfield to near cherry pick the ball, put it into the net. That's how he got a good number of his shots. But also, he's banging it off that backboard, like I said, so super fast that it's lining up Classic. And this is the big key point of Lausanne. Their attack is, it almost feels unstoppable. We said it last week, it's almost like they're suffocating their opponent. So if you can somehow find a way to get around that attack, just receive the ball, like I said, an interception, and turn into a quick counter, you're going to be able to topple this giant.
Oh, wow, almost dropping in a dunk from Hello. Just to prove your point, already downfield, already taking the aggressive forces in 15 seconds into the matchup with Whiffmasters. Forced to try and rotate away. Keeper's got a good shot on that. And Classic trying to push that into position. It goes off the crossbar twice. And as luck would have it, it goes away from the net rather than into it. Whiffmasters now have a chance right here with Max setting up a good shot towards the mid, but Wizzy is too close trying to provide support. Demo does come through, and instead of providing support from the passing play. Timo, good shot. Kiva chips it up. That's still dangerous. Wizzy with a good shot opportunity. He's going to take it. The first is scored by Whiffmasters this time. Much, much better in the early part of game 2.
Yeah, this is all Whiffmasters putting on that pressure. Like I said, Lausanne is still a more aggressive team, a much more attacking, offensive side. That defense is where their problems lie. So you've got to work those defenders around and make them sweat a little.
Kiva, okay. Hello will still try and recover it. This is still entirely on for this side. Hello with a good chip. Mako just defending at the very last line, and Wizzy finally gets to clear downfield to try to set something up here for the Whiffmasters side. Both players missing. Wizzy still trying to gain control and does do so into that midfield. Just off towards the good ceiling shot. Timo on target. Kiva there in the back lines. Again, going to be able to defend it. Very nice hole has not crossed that line in the end as he feeds it back. Long range coolery rate. Oh no! What on earth, Classic? How does he score a goal like that?
I just read in chat as well, Classic's on fire. Your defense is terrified. Rightfully so. If he can just pop off a little old bunny hop like that to send the ball into the net. 1-1. That beautiful.
Wizzy trying to return something just as beautiful, however, all on his lonesome. They didn't challenge the backboard. That's 2-1 now for the Whiffmasters.
Yeah, Classic pops off with, like I said, the bunny hop doink, and there's Wizzy with the old reliable. It's like a hamburger there, the double touch. Everyone loves it.
I could go for a hamburger right now myself, Bacon, but Lausanne could go for another goal. Kiva again setting things up alongside Classic in the midfield. Timo misses, and Hello was expecting him to hit that one. Still challenges, and Classic also trying to get the position against Timo. It's demo him out the server for the moment. And now Kiva in Classic. Looking at the offensive line, trying to get Hello set up as well. But now Timo's going to try and return fire and does get a good shot towards the target. Not necessarily on target, but close enough right here.
Classic going up into the air, Jay, there. Near enough dribbling it. He's positioned it so well, and he's even looking for that 50-50 against his opponent. Classic today is really on form.
Look at this ball control as well coming in for Lausanne in general. Good shot on by Wizzy. Classic is so ready for that.
The ceiling.
They literally just went off the ceiling of the net and came back in to rebound it back into the center field. Classic is looking extremely solid alongside Hello from that first game. They are still a goal behind though. We're approaching halftime, but it is still Whiffmasters in their favor right now. They're going to have to try and find a way to get back into this one, but Timo is going to put some distance with the snipe shot. 3-1 now, Lausanne looking in a little bit troubled here in game 2.
Yeah, Lausanne, what has happened to you? Whiffmasters playing a lot wider, Jay, getting that ball moving between them, is just able to beat out Lausanne. They're also taking a little bit more boost, trying to hit the ball around faster and trying to outspeed Lausanne. They've picked it up the pace, and it just means that Lausanne aren't as suffocating here in game 2.
Yeah, they are biting back with Masters. This to shot up here. Timo taking Hello down. Mako. All the O's out for the touches and plays. Into the corner, Wizzy will push it. Mako and Timo. Good redirection from Timo. A little bit too far wide, unfortunately. The ball into the control of Kiva. Wizzy. Shots on target, which Hello will be able to defend it right here. Timo still trying to follow through, but some pressure towards the other side corner. Classic. Good chip back, and Wizzy take control of the ball. Pass it back, Hello with an intercept. Kiva's going to go falling. Timo's going to get this defense. He will be able to do so successfully. Classic. Ooh, a bit of an awkward touch. That's going to leave the goal open. Just about Hello getting into position. Oh, but a passing play. Mako gets it off the post and back in the net. That was beautifully done.
This was like a beautiful bluff from Mako. Gets it into the post and then can follow through to put it away. Mako, I almost thought he didn't have it, Jay, and he just... Don't worry about it. No trouble, no scare. He can put that ball away. 4-1 now in favour of the Whiffmasters, who, remember, if they do get this, it's going to be their first win of league play. Their first game win, I mean, which is massive, especially when it's against the strongest opponent there is.
This will be a hell of a way to finally break the 7 series sweep. Oh, Wizzy, please! What happened there? Lausanne, come on now. This is just silly now.
I think Lausanne are done with sweeps as well, and they're just biting the bullet here, just allowing it in. There is no way Hello and crew could not have got to that. You saw Hello there, just maybe it's a brain fart, and they've just given up on this game essentially because it is so deep into Whiffmasters' favour, but I expect more from these lads here. We just saw them absolutely annihilating game number 1, and here it looks like they've handed their little brothers the controller.
50 seconds to go still. Classic to the corner. Timo going to try and chip it back away. Obviously, hella behind, and now even more so with Wizzy putting a hat-trick on the board. 6-1, favour to Whiffmasters. This is a complete role reversal to what we saw in game 1 here, Bacon.
Right. We're not playing nice here, guys. We're not sharing these victories. You should be trying to get the win straight out. You do not fall back like this, Lausanne, unless they're trying to pull off some cheeky little overconfident strategy. But Whiffmasters, all credit, because it's like we're sort of putting down Lausanne here and saying they should be playing better. Whiffmasters have just cranked it up to 11, Jay, haven't they?
Cranked up to 12 or 13 at this point. Just, wow, insanity coming in from the blue side of the pitch, as right now they're taking control. Kiva, good shot, redirected back away by his teammate, and Classic not shoving it out of the way. They're getting frustrated at each other at this point. Timo, shot on net. Classic will be able to defend it, and a second follow-up from Timo. Trying their best to get the Brazil, but I think with the timer ticking down, they can just be happy by taking a 5-goal lead above the strongest team in the league. Lausanne finally can see the game. We are 1-1 in our series, Bacon. Our first series that will not get swept.
Guys, that is it. We have left Whiff City, and now we're on to Surprise Avenue. as Whiffmasters have been able to 6-1 Lausanne eSports. This is not a result we had expected. If Whiffmasters were able to take down Lausanne in a game, we were expecting it to be a very close affair, maybe even overtime. But Whiffmasters, oh, how well you have done.
How well they have done indeed. There's still plenty of chances for them, especially if they keep that one up to take this series away. And again, what a victory it would be for the Whiffmasters.
Jay, look at chat right now. Look at that. Being upset that they didn't get Brazil. Was there no please in Twitch chat?
There is no pleasing Twitch chat, Bacon. I'd hope you'd know better by this by now. There is never pleasing Twitch chat. That's not a thing. It doesn't happen. And right now, Whiffmasters almost want to please themselves. With that 3-1 series, a near sweep, a near reverse sweep, if you will, against the Lausanne side as well. That's a fantastic, fantastic way to get started here in week 2. But so far, stand and play. Kiva and Co in good shot positions, but Wizzy to defend it. Ping pong play. Mako trying to go for a bit of a weird fake. I think Hello read that like a book. Now they're bumping each other out of the way. Hello's got a chance, but Wizzy able to challenge for it. Hello sets up. Kiva in the mid position, but Timo gets the clear away, disrupts the ball's path. Been nice, the early goal to come through, but Classic will still put a shot on net. So a lot of pressure coming in from Lausanne to keep their presence towards the blue-sided kit. Not quite, that got close. They keep their pressure towards the blue side of the pitch. Definitely rife in the opening minute.
You see how the defenders are trying to man-mark the ball, basically put their cars in front of it so that their opponents can hit them and not the ball. And they're so far away here, Jay, that it's not that follow-through situation we saw from Milox earlier. This is dangerous. Timo does get it above. Follow-through is needed. What has happened to Lausanne's accuracy? It's just dropping off here. A good little flick from Wizzy. But yeah, the Lausanne are just not as pinpoint accurate with their shots, and it is hurting them, Jay, now.
It is hurting them very badly, and Wizzy will prove the point. That shot on the 50-50 is going to get denied by Classic at the very least, keeping things at 0-0. But as you say, the accuracy has gone down the toilet right now for the Lausanne side. Kiva, control. Ball control galore. Classic will try and be able to, if we can get control away, but also back into the centre position. Hello. After that backboard, and Kiva also with control, drops it down, dunks it down, and there we go. Finally, something works up for Lausanne. They get the first on the board.
Notice here how Lausanne actually slowed the play down. It's quite interesting, isn't it, Jay? They've been going at top speed throughout the whole. This is not worked. To actually increase your accuracy, guys, at home, slow the plays down, play it more comfortably. You've got more time to angle your car perfectly and then get that killer goal.
A killer goal right now. Could put this one to bed already for Lausanne. They only really need 2 goals, and then they're extremely solid against Whiffmasters. I say 2 goals because they need that buffer. Whiffmasters have proven that they can crank the knobs up to 14-15, and suddenly they'll be taking everyone for a ride on the Lausanne side. 2 minutes and 30 still to go. Halfway into game number 3. Tello and Classic trying to take the mid-presence play. It's Mako and Timo towards the backboard. Good shot with the nest. Wizzy. Oh no! A major whiff on the bicycle hit there, and is the first to scored by Whiffmasters.
Well, you said it, Jay. They needed 2 to get that comfortable lead because Wizzy has just been finding these dirty little angles to slide it behind the defenders and then get a goal out of seemingly nowhere. You look at that, so many cars in front of net, but it don't matter. Wizzy will find a way.
Classic and Co. Good shot, set up, denied by Mako. Kiva back out of position, and they've got to rotate pretty quickly because now here comes a counter-attack from the Whiffmasters side, and Timo's putting that one in. 2-1 at 2 minutes on the clock, and like I said, they turn the dial back up and they are in the lead.
Oh, that dial is now just been pulled off, Jay. It's near enough continuously locked at 14-15 now because they've ripped it off so hard. They're putting in so much energy and effort here. Whiffmasters, I don't want to become a biased caster, but you cannot just look away from all the energy and effort they're putting into this game. It is so admirable.
And now Classic and Co. set things up the ball. Away from Hello. Again, they've got another offensive line, but they've got to be playing a little bit less risky because Whiffmasters have found the way that they can exploit those risks and commitments that they take. Now shots coming through, Hello off the backboard, second touch, a little bit less momentum behind it, and all three players will be in the net this time to try and defend it, and they'll be successful in doing so. Now Timo, the mid play, classic. Getting a little bit more feeling from his teammates. This one is actually on target, Kiva. Got to get the defensive together. Three players out here, Hello with control. Mid-play position, Mako. Have to feed that one away. Good shot now, set by Classic off the backboard. Hello coming through, going to be denied by Mako once again, putting it towards the midfield, and Timo will look to take control. The gong has sounded for 60 seconds. They are running out of time here, Lausanne. This could be Whiffmasters taking the lead in the series as well as the game here. Kiva, chance to the mid position, out towards Classic one more time. Good chip, this could be the opening, but no, Mako still here. Pushes it out of position. We remain, not for long. Kiva with a chance. Denied by Wizzy at the very last hurdle again.
You can see...
Oh, well that one's going good, never mind.
Yeah, okay. I was going to go on a complete different point here, but well done, Lausanne. Hello. With good accuracy, actually, here. Again, slowing it down, just waiting for the ball to come to him, and then knocking it into net. I was about to say, Lausanne looking a little bit panicked, a little bit frightened, Jay. And Hello just near enough in one fell swoop. Just disproves me.
Yeah, but they are still only 2-2 in the game right here. It's not necessarily the dominant fashion that we were expecting out of this team. You know, you placed them at the top of your little bacon rank. So I'm expecting very, very good things out of this team. But right now they are being hammered down by the Whiffmasters, even if it is the scoreline at evens. 10 seconds remaining. We could be going to an overtime here. Another overtime in today's broadcast. Kiva takes control. Hello with a chip. Timo with a defensive. We'll have to push this one back out of position. Classic still to keep this one in contention. Hello denied. Eventually the ball just going to keep up actually. Kiva keeping it out. Classic also here. This one's out to corner. Hello. How is it keeping this one up? There we go. Finally overtime is coming into fruition. 2-2 on the board.
Yeah, a couple of seconds to rest here, Jay. So we're going into overtime, and then we're going to ramp it right back up. Kiva not going to wait around to Classic. He couldn't get onto it. Hello as well, putting it way too high. The lads of Lausanne in game one would have sunk that, but here in game three, just the pressure, the aura of Whiffmasters now is just making them make these mistakes.
Oh, that's perfectly set up close, however. Hello will eventually be able to find the final goal and close out this overtime. 3-2 to the favour of Lausanne. The pressure got a little bit too much as Whiffmasters tried to overcommit away from the initial defensive. That is Lausanne with a 2-1, yeah, 2-1 lead in the series. So making sure I'm actually doing the maths right. But yeah, game three to their favour. They're on match point. Whiffmasters with 2 will be able to take the series for a steal.
2-1. Favor of Lausanne. So we've had the sweeps broken, Jay. We're just going to have to come to it, guys. There is no sweeps anymore, not even a reverse sweep here, as of course Lausanne didn't get the first 2 and Whiffmasters didn't get the chance to turn it around. So let's just see it go at least to game number 5. Whiffmasters, I'm sure chat now are well behind you. I know Lausanne has got an amazing following in chat, but here, if you're a Whiffmasters fan, I expect you to be shouting it out from the rooftops because they need every little ounce of your energy there on the pitch.
They certainly do, man. Like, you know, we love a good underdog story, and we love certainly what the Whiffmasters are bringing to the table because they are really dominant right now against the Lausanne side. You know, especially during for the brunt of that match, they were in the lead. You know, for the brunt of the second game, the third game, they did have a 2-1 or a 5-1 at some point. You know, they had an overwhelming reach over the Lausanne side. So, you know, there is potential, I think, for them to still steal this series away. I don't think it's over by any stretch of the imagination, but for certain, they're going to need their fans to come out, and they're going to need the underdog storyline to work into their favour and peak out right here.
Now, Jay, I want to disagree with you a little bit because you're saying underdog. You can see my notes. I've not put them as underdog, but the wild card. It's basically a team that on any week could defeat any of the other teams, but you can never count on it. It's just, oh, Whiffmasters have turned up this week and they've just annihilated. The next week, they'll lose to the weakest team on there. It's just, you never know which Whiffmasters you're going to see, and that makes it always so exciting to see Whiffmasters on the field, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I'm really excited to see whether they'll be able to do anything right here. They are the wildcard team. They have the potential to do some serious work. So once the server is set back up and we'll be ready to get back into game number 4, could well be the last one of the day, depending on whether the other side wants to have their way with it. Of course, Lausanne in the lead right now on match point 2 for the Whiffmasters to find. And then they'll be going through to game number 5. Our first 5-game series of the tournament so far and of the league play bracket. So here we go. 5 minutes on the clock. Lausanne on match point. They win this one. They win. But right now, the Whiffmasters want to try and take the early goal. Timo with a very good shot on target. That pinch is very good from Mako. Hello, just about defending it, but you can see the Whiffmasters again reinvigorated by the break and coming straight back into this one, turning the ball on towards the orange side of the pitch in the orange net. They will keep up the fire, at least for the moment. If the ball does return towards their favour, they're going to have to rotate back to the defence.
So this long break, Jay, is going to be a little bit weird. It's going to make this game interesting now, as that win from Lausanne sort of means now all momentum is lost essentially as much as they want to disprove it. But Whiffmasters could also lose a little bit of momentum. You know, they've been playing so well. It might give them that time for Lausanne to regain that energy from game number 1. So going into this game number 4, remember it is match point for Lausanne. I have no idea how it's going to play out.
Early minutes, so far it's playing out so even. Ball off the backboard. Hello with control, missed out by Mako. Instead it's Kia eventually challenges for the control. Wizzy drops it right in front of the net. That's risky, but does get the clear away eventually. And Mako with the follow-up challenge, 50-50 onto Hello. Keeps this one in contention. Wizzy actually going to put a shot on target. That's just defended by Kiva, going away from the orange net. So we remain at 0-0 for the moment, but Kiva got a good shot on net. There's no one inside, but it goes off the post. How unlucky must you be if you are Lausanne? They've still got it set up pretty close, and Wizzy is actually going to finish the job that Hello couldn't do. 1-0 on the board for Lausanne. They kick things off on the right foot.
Yeah, I'm feeling like Wizzy just felt bad for Hello earlier. Just like, nah, you should have got that goal. You made a mistake, but hey, we'll give you that one. Maybe you'll throw the favour back to us later. Sound about right, Joe?
Sounds about right to me. Oh no! What on earth? You gotta be kidding me! No way! That is... Oh my word!
I love that there from Wizzy. Just the old get down, Mr. President. Going in, jumping in front of the ball. Gets demoed, and the ball just trickles on past. I love those goals so much. I'm saving this replay.
So am I, mate. That was insane. That was fantastic. Back to 1-1. Whiffmasters quickly back control into the evens. 3 minutes on the clock, so still plenty of time for either side to return fire. But right now, Classic has the control into the corner, trying to follow up. Oh, this one shot right in front of the centre, but a bit too fast. Classic can't catch up out of boost as well. Gonna have to rotate back, step a little bit. Kiva, the backboard. Classic with the aerial dribble, can't quite get there and intercept the ball in time. So Hello once again take control here.
Ooh, that's scary there, that Hello's making whiffs. You can see as well that they're really respecting their opponents here, Lausanne. Like we said, Whiffmasters definitely not of that same caliber, but I was quite right in saying the wildcard team. So coming into this, that game 1, Lausanne did not give a damn for their opponents. Game 2, Whiffmasters showed up, and now Lausanne are being so much more cautious, and rightfully so, especially when their opponents can quickly get a quick counter.
Oh dear. That's a problem. See, again, it's because Lausanne going so aggressive. They want to try and commit towards getting that second goal because they want it so bad. They need that lead. They need that buffer above the Whiffmasters because they know how easily Whiffmasters can turn it around. But they committed a bit too far, and Whiffmasters will exploit them for 2 kickoffs in a row. As you say, what a shot from Wizzy. 3-1 on the board for the Whiffmasters.
Look, he does that little edge in and makes it look as if he's going for that close post. Of course, the defender in Kiva has to come out and near enough just jump at the ball to close down any angles. But no, Wizzy too clever, slyly puts on behind. And this is what I was saying. You can read it in my notes, Jay. Whiffmasters have to pull off sly little crafty tricks if they want to take down Lausanne. And they have been doing it so well.
2 minutes on the clock, 2 goals to return for the Lausanne side. Mako, linking it, hello. Good shot on target, which Wizzy will be able to defend just in time anyway. Kiva trying to put it down in. Classic is here to receive, but a little bit overzealous, as is Hello, putting a shot a little bit too far back. Mako will be able to defend it. Still good shots in redirections. Oh, hello! Hello! Goodbye, says Mako, as he saves it at the very last hurdle. Again, they keep control. Keep with another redirection. This one should go in. No! It's too far wide. Hello, trying to desperately keep this inside the box. Desperately keep it inside the net, but it's just not going in. Whiffmasters remain at 2 goals in the lead, as Lausanne struggle to get their feet in this match.
If again, though, Whiffmasters remain stuck in their side of the field here, Jay. The pressure keeps mounting up. Lausanne, they're looking for that second goal. They've got to find that second goal, and they've got to find a third here, as Whiffmasters still in the lead. Whiffmasters are just holding on tooth and nail to this lead, as they want to send us to game number 5.
Ball out on Classic's position. Mako going to try and clear it. Timo a little bit too far back. Can't really get control, but it doesn't matter. Mako's going to put a shot on target anyway. 4-1 Whiffmasters. Looking extremely dominant again against the Lausanne side. And what happens is, like every other game, this team just kind of crumbles to pieces or something.
Well, I'm a bit worried about that, Jay, because then, by pattern, Lausanne should take the next game, or at least put up that incredibly strong fight. And we're going to get a very tense game number 5. Because this is all been, like you said, Whiffmasters have dominated this game. It's theirs. They've already taken it. Lausanne, don't even fight it, because you've only got 35 seconds to go. Start thinking about that next game, because that is going to be the decider, as it is looking like we're going to game number 5 here. Going from sweeps to the whole way. TCS, it's just been absolutely nuts so far, Joe.
It has been nuts. Imagine going from 7 sweeps in a row to now a game that's a series is about to go to game 5, and with 2 teams that are seriously showing off their stuff today. The final 5 seconds tick by. Maybe a consolation goal will be found out here for the Lausanne side, but it looks like that's less than likely. The ball is on the floor. Whiffmasters are pushing us all the way to game number 5 here, Bacon. What a ton of events again. The wild card squad are back in control.
Trying to turn from being wild cards to wild cats, it seems here, Jay, as they absolutely sunk their teeth into that game, and they are ferociously looking to take down the Titans. They don't care the size of their opponents. All they care is the victory. Servette were able to take them down last week, but here, this week, it seems it don't matter, because remember, they didn't play with Timo last week. Amard stepped in the subs, so this full roster, who knows, could suddenly turn things around in this league.
Classic, get things off on the right foot, getting the first shot on target, and Winnie able to defend it. How are they going to change this pace here? How are the Whiffmasters going to be able to break the cycle and deny Lausanne's 5th? Ball goes in, Classic control, Timo challenging close, but Classic is diagonally right and able to challenge it at the very last line to keep control away. Ball gets clear from the box eventually. Kiva, good redirection to keep it going, and Classic actually may try and follow that through. That's a very, very good setup, but denied again. The last man in the defensive for the Whiffmasters. Once again, Kiva going to get passed into, double commitment to save it, and Timo will follow it all the way around towards the orange side once again, off the corner, into the center. Hello, puts it back, Classic, on the side to receive, it goes off the wall instead, and Hello will once again take control. Off the backboard he will go, Classic trying to get a good shot in, but Mako and Timo defended against, Wizzy also in the back lines, making sure he saves. The first minute, very fast-paced gameplay going back and forth on the setups, but no goals are scored.
Jay, the only thing I can ask from this game is actually not from the game, it's from Twitch chat. When we get to the final countdown, I want everyone in chat to be counting down, because this game has earned it. Make sure you're typing it in chat for the last 5 seconds, because we so badly want to see it.
Well, 3 minutes and 30 to go before we get there. Timo right now. Got a good defensive. Oh, the defensive line barely held together. Classic still got a decent chance out here, but the pinch off that backboard will come through for the last line of defense of Whiffmasters. Classic again gets fed in, passing to Hello. Good shot that Timo will be able to defend. 2 very nice setups, 2 close opportunities that will be denied. To remain at 0-0 here past the 3-minute marker. The Wizzy, Timo and Mako control. Timo back with a great aerial dribble. Oh my god, this could go past everybody, but not quite. Classic. Very last line of defense will keep it together. Still, Mako and Timo maintain the ball control away from the Lausanne side. And Mako, in fact, will be able to get a shot on target that's going to get denied by Hello. Still follows through. This is an opportunity set up perfectly. It's on target, not quite from Wizzy. Classic gets their last line of defense again. It all comes down to this last line of defense. A defender at every single shot and setup here, Bacon.
It's because Whiffmasters in this game, it was the problem with game number 3 as well, is that when they get to that back line here, when it's getting that so tense gameplay, they're just throwing it away. All 3 players went up for that. They need to be a bit more decisive. They need to call out the shots on those.
We're past half time. 2 minutes to go. A little over that, in fact, and we're still at no goals. The closest game we've seen so far in this series. We have a Wizzy set up appropriately from Timo's part, trying to see if they can put that ball in the back of the net, score that first, score the one that might break it all apart for Lausanne. Keep the ball control towards their favour. Mako, Timo. That backboard Classic going to gain control, and Hello's also going to be out here towards the mid position, follows it all the way around towards the corner where Mako is still going to be waiting and lying in wait. Good part off the backboard, Kiva can't get there in time, again disrupted by other defenders off the backboard. Wizzy challenged again, Hello with control, going off that corner, going to try and chip it away. Classic, good chip, here we go. No, Mako gets back in time to push it away, disrupt the ball, keep us at 0-0, keep this counter-attack coming from the Whiffmasters.
Whiffmasters' rotations here have been just perfect. The problem is the play from the lads of Lausanne is just that tad little bit extra. Hello off the scene, Kiva with the fake, and Classic the up and over.
Dunking it down as well. The first is on the board for Lausanne. Finally, they break the cycle, but Whiffmasters, we know how quickly they can come back into the matchup. Kiva's still going to put a shot on shot. The team was going to be able to defend, but not for long. Classic actually had a good opportunity. This could return back for Mako. Hello just rotates in time and gets there to clear it away. Still Timo and Wizzy. Good shots on shots, going a little bit high and a little bit wide, so not 100%, but still good nonetheless. Now Mako maintains control. Kiva's the man to try and push it back over towards the blue half of the pitch. Last minute is on the clock. We keep this one rolling. Whiffmasters with one to go to overtime. They're taking out the last line. Wizzy with a chip, with a secondary touch. No, Classic clears it away once again. Keeps things in favour of the Lausanne side. And now aerial dribbling to keep it away from Timo. It's clever because it stalls for time. 30-second gong sound sounds, and Lausanne are in the lead.
That's it. You pointed that out so well. Stalling time there. Wizzy and Mako had been going around that pitch, just taking all the boosts, starving out the side from Lausanne. That's how they were looking for a goal. Oh. I don't know how this is going to drop, Jay.
Last chance right now, I think I might do. 3 seconds, ball out towards the corner. Classic just going to kill it.
Oh.
No one is pushed up from the Whiffmasters. All held back into their own half and all trying to focus on the defensive. And again, it was clever. That may have stalled for just enough time. If that ball went all the way to the other side, then maybe they would have been 5 seconds by the time that ball hit the floor. That would have been the chance to put the one in the back for Whiffmasters. Unfortunately, not going to happen today. Lausanne playing it better and playing it smarter. They will be taking a 3-2 series here. Our first 3-2 series, and our first series that didn't just get absolutely swept. So I'm happy regardless here, Bacon.
I think chat is happy, Jay. I'm looking at it right now. What a game. GG's from everyone. That by far, I'm sorry to anyone else that has played, has been the best series we've seen so far from the TCS eSports League. The problem is, Jay, it's only week 2. We have got so many weeks where anyone can contest that and make an even better series for us, as there are 14 weeks of league play. And then, of course, we've got the LAN finals in December. So, Jesus, make sure that you've hit that follow button, because of course we have got many more weeks coming up. Next week we come back 6th of September. We've got Swiss Incredible Rebels going up against Monk, Whiffmasters going up against Elves, Silent Gaming going up against Arctic Progressive, and then of course the sort of show match of the evening, Servette Geneva Esports going up against Lausanne. That is just going to be an absolute nut series. I can't wait to see it, Jay. Can you?
I can't. I'm definitely going to be looking forward to that one. That'll be my highlight match, and of course it comes in at the end of the day. So again, make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you tune in for all of the TCS eSports action, because this league has only just gotten started. If it's anything like that last match, it will be for a very good ride. My name is Switchblade Jay. Digital Bacon has been with me today, and again, I want to thank you all for joining us. Tune back in for more next week from the TCS eSports League.